What's up, beautiful people? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well today. I hope you've had a wonderful week. I hope that you're doing good right now. I'm just hoping and praying for all of the best. I am ready for sorry, I'm messing with my hair. I'm ready for another lesson in the Covenants and Contracts series in the God's Law session with Mission Legal Law in a nutshell, God's Law, Federal Law, State Law. And I'm really doing, it's a good day. It's a really good day. So I hope that you guys have had a good day. Hopefully you ate good today. Hopefully your lunch was good. I don't think I had lunch. I had like a big breakfast. So, but I made bomb spaghetti. I'm not like being cocky or anything, but I love to eat. But I made a bomb spaghetti, and it has the first time I used ground pork in anything. I've done ground lamb, and but I did ground pork and ground beef. Something different other than the turkey that I normally do. And I put peppers in it, purple onion. It's just so good. So I'm looking forward to dinner tonight. Wow. Okay. And some Texas toast, the whole nine. And some broccoli. Oh, let me tell you. So I like to experiment. I don't know about you guys, but I put balsamic vinaigrette in my broccoli. I did one broccoli, just regular, chicken cubes and butter and whatever. In one, okay, water, whatever, seasoned it. And then the other one, I was like, I love to experiment. My husband despises experimentation with food. He despises it. It don't matter because I like it. But, I do it where if I do experiments, I don't, I always have a second batch for something that I don't experiment with, so I can eat my own experiment. And it is so good. I didn't put too much, but just enough. So, for someone else, somebody who may have already tried that and you know what it tastes like. But for me, I was like, oh my goodness, I am in love. So as you can see, really, it was it's been a great week. So anywho, praying that everybody's good. Your hearts and minds are good. Just doing a little bit of a heart check. Hopefully that you can, my prayer is that you can be present with this lesson. And, that you are just in good graces, in good company, and that we can learn together and enjoy it. So before I start the next 3 terms and we go through the definitions on that, I wanted to touch base with the homework that I had given for the last two lessons. Well, what's a covenant really wasn't like lesson 1. It was just an introduction to what we're about to talk about. But I still left you guys with homework, right? And the homework that I left you with was to list some covenants that you've made, in your daily life. So if you care to share, I would love to hear or see what you have come up with. If you've made any covenants, and something, they could be very simple, but they're covenants. If you made any, share those. If somebody's made a covenant with you, share that. If you don't want to share, that's perfectly fine. And I'm fine with, doesn't matter. You can share or not share. Just, it's nice to be able to go through stuff together. And I'm a people person, even though I have many antisocial moments, I'm very much a people person. So I like to go through life with people and that's the sociologist in me. So anyway, so that was week 1. Week 2, I said what was the homework was to list rules that you may have, whether they're household rules or they're federal or state local rules. And with those rules, to list the elements to those rules. Like you have to list those elements. What are those elements? What are those details, the essential parts of that rule? So I hope that you've been able to do that. And please, if you care to share, put it in the chat, whether you're watching from YouTube or you're watching from Facebook, please put it in, because I think it's good. We learn together. We learn when you ask questions. We learn when we say things and we talk and we communicate. We all learn differently, but I think one universal way of learning is we learn when other people share, like being in the classroom, when we're having that dialogue, that's just universally, we all learn in that way, from child all the way to our elderly. So that's that. And then if so, I'm going to post, my homework. What I came up with. So we are moving forward with our definitions. And the next three, I don't know what's going on in my throat. Sorry about that. I'm not sick though. The next three terms that we're going to go over. I don't know why I'm tripping over my words. I'm thinking quicker than I'm speaking. We're going to go over promise, agreement, and facts. Okay. So for promise, what is a promise? A promise, and these definitions, and I always say this, these definitions came from Google through other sites like Webster, Merriam-Webster, dictionary.com. So I just want to put that out there. Okay, so a promise, it's a declaration or assurance that one will do a particular thing or that a particular thing will happen. A promise is when you assure someone that one will definitely do, give, or arrange something. A promise is to undertake or declare. My apologies, somebody's passing my front door. Okay. A promise is to arrange something. It's also to undertake or declare that something will happen. So promise sounds very definite. It's not indefinite. It's certainly a definite thing. It's like, yes, this will happen. Not maybe, will. Okay, or will not happen. And so I thought it was interesting. I thought it was cool to define binding promise, which I got from Black's Law Dictionary. And it says a binding promise is one that the law will enforce. It is the essence of a contract. A binding promise is one that the law will enforce. I don't know what makes it any different from a regular promise, but because a promise is binding. But if I were to define promise, I would use one of these 6 words, right? I would use a promise is to swear. A promise is, well, not swear like curse word swear. It's swearing, right? When you swear, you know what I mean. So a promise is when you make a vow. A promise is an oath. A promise is a covenant. It's a contract, and it's an agreement. So I would probably choose one of those 6 to tell someone what a promise is. Agreement. You're going to love agreement. Agreement is such a scant definition. It's awesome. Agreement is defined as an arrangement that is accepted by all parties to a transaction. Unanimity of opinion. Don't you love the word unanimity? I love it. Unanimous opinion, if you want to say it differently. But it's that opinion that's made collectively. I love it. And it's harmony in feeling. Agreement is harmony in feeling. There's so much you can do with that. And check out the synonyms. Agreement is mutual understanding and binding obligation. That's it. Like mutual understanding, binding obligation. So when you make an agreement, it's serious. When you make a promise, it's serious. And lastly, facts. Facts. What are facts? Facts, my friends, is something known to exist or to have happened. That was all the definition that I took from like just regular Google, search. In Black's Law Dictionary, it says, this is what I pulled out from Black's Law. It says facts is something that actually exists, of course, an aspect of reality. An aspect of reality. Fact is also a state of mind, such as intentions and opinions. It's really important, really important. And in the last part of the definition, second to last part, facts are an actual or alleged event or circumstance. I don't know why alleged is in there, but obviously, but we can, because of crimes, right? Which is the last part of the definition. It says a fact is an evil deed or a crime. Black's Law Dictionary, but that's the legal side of it. So if I were to define, I know you guys are tired of me saying that, but if I were to define facts, or one of the 6 I would use, these are the 6 synonyms that I chose. Facts are details. A fact is a particular, which I thought was really cool. That's like a particular. A fact is an element, going back to that essential. essential, because I chose essential as for one of my synonyms for element, right? A fact is a factor, a fact is a point, and a fact is a characteristic. So facts are, especially when you're looking at the blacks, or the legal side of it, they're really, really interesting that it's a state of mind, such as intention and opinions. So those are the 3 terms for this week. Done. Another person's walking by my front door, so completely ignore. But those are the only ones that I'm going to go over this week, and they were really short. So for your homework, what do I have for homework? I don't know that I have anything really for this week, because there really is just it's just so obvious, promise. The promise is the same as the covenant that I had homework for the first week. So I think this week, don't even worry about homework other than just review the terms, especially facts. It's, all of them are very important, but facts, because facts is we need facts to prove things, right? The law is always like evidentiary. Let me see the evidence. Let me see how you can prove that this point means this. So I would say just review the terms, go back and review the terms from last week, because as we're building this beautiful, tasty, scrumptious meal that we're making, mine's is going to be key lime pie. It's a dessert. Key lime pie cake, which I really believe is a key lime pie cake. Whatever your dessert or food of choice is, whatever you're building, make sure that you know and understand what it is we're doing. So that's that for today. And I hope and pray that you have the best week. I hope that you are just going to literally enjoy every hour of the day and be as productive as you choose and plan to be. But if things don't go your way, be flexible and make an adjustment. And how you make your adjustment is really, really important. So let's do it together. Let's live life together. Let's learn the law together, starting off with God's law. God bless you all. And from my space to yours, love and peace. Ciao.